This is solving quadratics by factoring review. We take a look at this first quadratic. The first thing we need to do is we have to subtract 20 and put this in standard form. From there, we look for a GCF first. We do not. It's a three-term trinomial, so we're going to factor this by trinomial guess and check, checking the OI from FOIL, or the outers and the inners. We factor the first term, so x and x. Last sign is negative, so we have plus and minus. Factors of 20 that will add to a negative 1 will give me a negative 5 and a 4. We then t-bar this, set this equal to 0 and solve, and here we'll get x is equal to negative 4. Here x is equal to 5. The next one, we already have in standard form. So what we need to do is factor by GCF. The GCF is going to be 3c. So we factor out a 3c, and we divide the binomial by 3c. 3c divided by 3c squared divided by 3c is just going to give me a c. 27 divided by 3 is going to give me a 9. The c's simplify out. We then t-bar. I set each of these equal to 0, so 3c is equal to 0, and c minus 9 is equal to 0. This one I showed a little bit more work. I then divide by 3, and I get c is equal to 0. This one I'm going to add 9, and I get c is equal to 9. So my answers, my roots, my zeros are going to be 0 and 9. I look over here. For this one, I'm going to subtract 30 and add x, putting this in standard form. When I do that, my x's are going to be eliminated, and I'm going to get x squared minus 25 is equal to 0. I then have two sets of parentheses, and I factor this by difference of perfect squares. X and x, 5 and 5. Signs must be opposite because we need a negative 25. If it was negative 5 times negative 5, it would be positive, or positive 5 times positive 5. And then here get x is equal to 5, x is equal to negative 5. Another way that you could represent this answer would be in set brackets, just plus minus 5. These, once again, are the roots. It's where the quadratic would cross the x-axis. It's also known as, or they are also known as, the zeros. I'm just going to put this one in set brackets as well. Make sure you do not put parentheses. Parentheses would indicate two variables and a coordinate, or a point. Number 4, for this one, we're in standard form. We need to look for a GCF. The GCF is going to be 3 and an x. So we take each of these, and we divide each term by 3x. So here we get x squared minus 2x minus 8. So we have this trinomial. Now we're going to factor this as well. So we have 3x, two sets of parentheses. X and x, signs are opposite. Factors of 8 that give me a negative 2 would be a negative 4 and a positive 2. So we're going to t-bar these. Here I'll get x is equal to 4. Here I'll get x is equal to negative 2. And here I'll get x is equal to 0. So for this one, this would be a polynomial that has 3 zeros. Crosses the x-axis in 3 spots at negative 2, 0, and 4. Taking a look at number 5. First thing we need to do is subtract 120 to the left. So we have 4x squared plus 4x minus 120 is equal to 0. We are then going to find the GCF, which is 4 this time. And I'm going to divide each of those 3 terms by 4. Whatever I get goes inside the parentheses. Here I get x squared plus x minus 30. So we have 2 sets of parentheses. And I have x and x. Signs are opposite once again. Factors of 30 that give me a positive 1 would be a positive 6 and a negative 5. Now, when we t-bar these, this one right here, there's no variable attached to it. So when we set it equal to 0, we just put a line through the equal sign because 4 cannot equal 0. And you're done with that one. Here I get x is equal to -6. And here I get x is equal to 5. So this one would have two roots. It would cross the x-axis at -6 and 5. Last one. First thing we need to do here is we have to FOIL or use the box method to distribute. So we have x squared plus, here I have x plus 4, x plus 4 is equal to 10. We FOIL that, we get x squared plus x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16 is equal to 10. I'm going to combine my like terms. So I will get x squared and x squared is 2x squared. 4x and 4x is 8x. I'm going to subtract 10, so I'll get plus 6 is equal to 0. And then I'm going to take the GCF, which once again is 2. And I'm left with x squared plus 4x plus 3. We have a trinomial, so we have two sets of parentheses. X, x. Last sign is positive. That means the signs are the same. We take the middle sign. So plus and plus. Factors of 3 that give me 4 will be 3 and 1. We t-bar. 2 does not equal 0. Here I get x is equal to -3. Here I get x is equal to -1. So my roots are just -3 and -1. Hopefully that helped. Thank you.